Welcome, everyone, to the second part of our video podcast, in which we're talking about the book Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. My name is Jesus, and my team will introduce themselves.
My name is Jacqueline.
My
My
name
name
is
is
Etna.
my name is Juan Pablo.
Good night. I'm Alexis Serrano.
All right, perfect. And we're going to have a simple conversation of parts 4 through 6. Since last episode, we were talking through parts 1 and 3. And the parts are how we got here, the abstract challenge, and the destructive abundance. So we're going to pretty much break it down. We're going to break down each of these parts since most of them have a lot of chapters. So we're just going to talk about the important key points of each one. For example, the first one, how we got here, that's part 4. It's about understanding the historical and evolutionary factors that have shaped modern organizational structures and leadership styles. What do you guys think about that?
From the primitive tribes to modern days, as you already said, Jesus,
Mhm.
we have explored how leadership styles have evolved and shaped the way we work today, right? Um, by the historical evolution of leadership, discuss the evolution of leadership styles. Um, I'm just saying the same. Okay, let's go to the next subject. Notable figures in leadership history. Highlight influential leadership throughout history and analyze their leadership styles and their impact on society. We also examine how the Industrial Revolution shaped modern organizational structures and leadership hierarchies, right?
Mhm.
What do you guys think?
Okay, talking about leaders, leaders are those who keep up their in personal interest in us to protect us or to advance our well-being. And way without that, we chose to follow them and work hard for them. Okay, Simon says there are only two ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it or you can inspire. The group will behave the way the leader behaves.
Mhm. Yeah, I definitely those are pretty important points. I feel like, these points that you guys were talking about could be summarized in three main ones, which is understanding the shift in leadership principles, talking about history, like Alexi said, and impact on organizational culture and influence of technology and globalization, like Jackie and Alexis were talking about. It's really important that in leadership, um, the emphasis of or it's important to emphasize the importance of empathy, trust, and collaboration in modern leadership.
Yes, going to the emperors
Yes,
past.
as Jesus says, in the book discusses this topic that leaders can create this culture of trust through their actions and how they take decisions. Also, if they don't have any experience, leaders should uh, have to face the challenges to their team to trust them, and also a leader needs to be ethical and transparent with their team. If there is a problem or something that it's not okay, they should communicate that to their team. So this is very important to have a circle of trust and communication.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely that what you guys were talking about is perfect because it leads into part 5, which is the abstract challenge. And this part, the main 3 points that are discussed is the importance of a clear vision, communication and empathy, and building trust and collaboration. So the fourth part was really talking about historical trends and how they influence present leadership and it has to do with everything from industrialization, technology, globalization, like you guys were talking about. And now it really gets into like more of like the human aspect of it now, and how we can use all those past experiences to benefit us now with these three main points. What do you guys think about that?
The only thing I can comment is that I think trust is a cornerstone of any success relationship. Yet building and maintaining it can be elusive. By the other way, empathy is the ability to understand and share the feeling of others. And it's a crucial skill for effective leadership, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with that phrase that Alexis just said, because when you are creating a confidence in your laboral environment, we could say, you are creating a safe and trusting work environment where all your employees or team members can feel valued and protected in the same way, right? Simon Sinek argues that when employees feel safe, they are more willing to collaborate, innovate, and take calculated risks. So this psychological safety is critical to the long-term success of any organization.
I would say those are visionary leaders. What do you think, guys?
Yeah,
Those
that's
who
definitely.
those who inspire,
Yeah,
right?
those
Yeah.
who inspire. Yeah, that's definitely, a really key point as well. Like, it's about having a clear and compelling vision that inspires and motivates, the followers. In this case, or most of the cases, when talking about, work or a company, it's the collaborators. A strong vision helps to align individuals and organizational goals, fostering a sense of purpose and direction. So it's really necessary to have a clear vision so no one gets lost, right? That's the whole point of an organization, to work for a common goal. And if somebody gets distracted or doesn't know the purpose of a goal, what's the point of an organization? So a clear vision, or like Alexi said, a visionary is really necessary um, in order to have good leadership. And talking about the last part we're going to talk about today, part 6, the destructive abundance. So there are 3 main points as well, which summarize this section, which is the paradox of abundance, uh, the importance of resilience, and adaptability, and fostering a culture of growth and development. Um, so when talking about the paradox of abundance, um, or from what I understood, I didn't really understand this part, but pretty much it was talking about um, where increased resources and opportunities can lead to entitlement and a lack of innovation. Um, Leaders must be aware that this dynamic of work to foster a culture of continuous improvement and innovation. Um, Pretty much what it's talking about, it's when you have something, when you have too much of something, it becomes natural. Um, let's say, um, let's take any big company, like like Ford that makes cars. They were stagnant for a lot of years until somebody disruptive came in and made them innovate. And in this case, it was like Tesla. Tesla showed them that electric cars could be a huge market, and Ford was stagnant. They hadn't developed any new technology, anything like that. And then Tesla comes in and disrupts the whole market. Now you see every single company, coming in trying to get an electric car, trying to, push themselves into the electric car market. And, that's what it's talking about. What do you guys think about that?
I believe that leadership isn't about being in church. It's about taking care of those in your care. Effective leadership creates an environment that allows team members to grow, take risks, and contribute
Mhm.
to the success of organization.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, you need employees to always, give feedback and ideas in order to grow. That's definitely a good point. And talking about the other 2 points, the importance of resilience, adaptability, and fostering a culture of growth and development. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'd
Mm,
like to tell something just quickly about this topic about resilience. Um, Actually, well, Simon Sinek explores how the human brain is wired to respond to stressful situations and how the empathetic leadership
Mhm.
can mitigate the negative effects of stress in a workplace. So that's how those leaders who show empathy and compassion toward their employees can really help to reduce stress levels and increase motivation and engagement. So basically, that's how resilience works in these environments where employees don't really have to stress that much and they can work even better
Mhm.
and can control their feelings or anything that they are living through these situations.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, you actually said a really key point where it's leaders um, require a willingness to take risks, learn from failure, and continuously improve. I feel like most of us who have worked or, you know, are familiar with the working environment, it's really stressful to work when somebody's really looking over your shoulder and not giving you any flexibility or adaptability. So, that's really important for leaders to understand that, hey, we're human, humans make mistakes, but we could take those mistakes and turn them into, improvements and really learn from the past. So that's really important, and that comes into the culture of growth and development um, within an organization. uh, this can be achieved through, providing opportunities for learning and development, encouraging, experimentation and innovation, and recognizing and rewarding individuals and team achievements. So it's really also really important that a leader or organization or anything to do with leadership really recognizes that people can be valued. So when somebody, brings up an idea or an innovation, or they have achieved a goal, it's really important to tell them like, hey, you're doing a good job, and recognizing that effort.
yes, as part of this disruptive process, leaders needs to also focus in this emotional level of their teams, and that means that they need to have some empathy with them, and this way they can actively listen to their concerns, providing also support to them, showing care and well-being to them. So this can contribute to also building a strong relationship with their teammates, and having this positive organizational culture in the to achieve their goals.
Mhm.
And also the team, this way they feel valued and empowered to contribute to their work, and have like work the better for the enterprise they are working. Also, this helps a leader to have a clear direction of their team, and setting clear goals to them, and having very good decisions.
Very well said. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Anybody has anything else to add? No?
I would
Come
say
on.
at the end it is a responsibility, right?
Mhm.
Just that.
All right, yeah, perfect. All right, well, since we pretty much wrapped up all of these points, um, these points are relevant for our current course. We're taking management skills is our university course that is helping us really understand and learn about leadership. However, this section really emphasized the importance of empathy, trust, communication, vision, adaptability, and continuous improvement, which are incredibly important for leadership. By incorporating these principles into, any management skill approach, we can build strong and successful teams that are capable of thriving in today's complex and rapidly changing business environment. So, the once we do the next podcast, we'll kind of conclude all of these parts and wrap it up into one condensed version. But yeah, that's the last point, and that's the end of this podcast.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you,
joining.
everyone.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
everyone.
listening.
Bye.
Thank you.